Hey everyone, welcome back to the Black Brain Trust. This is episode 931, Black Politics. Please hit the like button as you come in, share the video if possible, hit that notification bell so you get all the updates from the Black Brain Trust. I'm here with my co-panelists, Nagone 11 and Man of Tomorrow.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, nothing much,
What's
man.
going on, man?
Nothing much. So we're back at it again, man, with this political beatdown series. And we were called out by, your Manosphere Bleeding Edge committee. And so what we'll do is we'll play just a few excerpts from this discussion and give our analysis, and then we'll take off.
You gotta pay. Okay. So that's why
you don't play with the mouth. Hey, more power to you.
If you go too far, you put something in it. So.
Oh well, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there, but
yeah.
They're offered basically to undermine all questions. They still don't have the votes. There's still not support for it in the Senate. I don't see that happening, but it can certainly slow down the appropriations process, the ability to have the D&I doing their job, because Trump is obsessed with it because, again, he's obsessed with undermining free and fair elections to make sure that no matter what, he wins.
Congressman Adam Smith, I always appreciate your candor, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Thank you, sir.
I'm going to get the pot shots in, especially.
Oh yeah. You hear Kamala Harris getting pot shots in. Hillary Clinton's getting pot shots in because it's midterms. So they're getting their shots in right now.
Oh yeah. Hillary Clinton threw the old man under the bus. I'm like, oh okay.
Talking about Bill?
No, Biden.
Oh yeah.
She came out and said he had no business running.
Yeah. The thing is, you got to admit it. Okay, everybody knows that. But the thing is, they can't take the blame for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Obama tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen.
Yeah, he did. Now, believe it or not, to Michelle Obama's credit, he came out and admitted, look, we got to be honest with ourselves. People who voted for my husband twice voted for Trump.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. After they did the math, yeah, they have to. Well, now it's time. What is it called? A come to Jesus moment?
Yes.
Yeah. They got to come to Jesus right now.
This time to do it. To their credit, this is the time to do it. We're going to do it. But yeah, she said the people who voted for my husband twice voted for Trump. 3 times. We voted for him 2 times for the record.
I bet you Butthole Bruce not going to clip this segment.
No, they might. They might like low. They clipped low information.
I double dare them clip this segment. Double dare.
Actually, we will clip this segment, and we'll actually discuss it now. So here's the deal. You're only scratching the surface of the politic itself, right? It's, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Where's the actual breakdown, critical analysis of what was said in concert to what's actually happening right now? MOT?
I mean, in a political duopoly, it's either you're running interference for one side or you're running it for the other. If you obviously are not voting for Dems, then you're doing all the conservatives' work. I mean, I understand AB Media's position. He voted for what's going on right now, but he lives in Indiana. But BGS enjoys everything from the left, but he lives in California, trying to run conservative interference. And they're only talking about it because there's a woman involved. So I don't get what these people's actual idea is or what the actual standpoint when it comes to progress. Everything is just point at them, look at what they're doing. No analysis, no nothing. So I have no idea what they're trying to do.
They're going 11.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're coming from with respect to any type of analysis. They have none. I've gotten no analysis from these guys since we've been listening to them. It's ridiculous. I guess their whole thing on not picking a side or doing whatever is I guess how they've kind of hit out. Though this AB Media joker, he certainly did pick the Trump team or MAGA, and we're still asking what they're getting out of that. But anyway, but nothing coming out of there from analysis or anything like that, Mike. So I can't. I really don't fully even understand their strategy.
Let's listen a little bit further to see what they're actually saying.
Yeah, I know y'all listening. I double dare you.
Yeah, low. It's going to be another low information segment, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, thoughts on Vance coming out criticizing Israel. He's going to have to make some kind of separation from this war if he's going to run for president in 2020.
Yes. Yeah,
he's gonna have to differentiate himself some kind of way. It's kind of hard as vice president, though.
yeah. If anybody can do it, it's Vance.
So let's get this straight, right? You think if he differentiates himself from Trump, that somehow
just a war.
Yeah, over just a war. But if Kamala differentiates herself from Biden, she's still not qualified. Keep in mind that the only political position that Vance has ever had has been in the Senate. And he was only there for, 2 years before he even got into the VP role? So he has very limited experience, even on paper, in governing. Whereas Kamala Harris has at least 20 years of experience in governing. So what's the qualifications for being president at this point? Nothing, other than being white and male, according to these guys. Because they're not talking about Byron Donalds. They're not talking about John James. They're not talking about Wesley Hunt. They're not talking about Burgess Owens. They're not talking about Michael Steele. They're not talking about any black male conservative who's in opposition to Democrats or left-leaning politics. Everything revolves around this one white man or these two white men. That's it. I don't know if they understand that the GOP is a very tenure-based party, and J.D. Vance is not GOP. He's MAGA. That's where he is right now. He's trapped in MAGA. There's no way he could pivot back to, or even pivot to, the senior leadership of the Republican Party, which includes the Mitch McConnells and the Tom Cottons and the so on and so forth, right? The John Kennedys and so on and so forth. Look at what happened with Massey in Kentucky. Once you deviate from Trump's talking points and initiative, you're pretty much done. So what are we talking about here?
I don't think these guys know what they're really talking about. They're just talking. Once again, when you look at J.D. Vance and who's really going to be, and what's going to happen within MAGA, so much of that is going to be determined by Trump, and J.D. Vance is not the darling of MAGA at this stage. He's not the darling of MAGA. He's really not even the darling of the Republicans at this stage. I mean, he is the VP, so that puts him in a certain position, but don't have, the Donald really pushing this guy. So he's got some real issues there. And, everybody pretty much knows that, dude. And many people thinking that he's being, of course, the sandbag, of which many of us believe that is the case. But that's pretty much what we have right now on J.D. Vance, and I don't think he's going too far as of right now. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Why would the Republican Party get behind J.D. Vance over, let's say, Marco Rubio?
There's not a lot of incentive to do that at all.
Yeah, because Republicans didn't get behind Mike Pence. Mike Pence, keep in mind, Mike Pence served in Congress. He served as governor. He's probably been in the GOP longer than both Trump and Vance combined. If you really think about it, They didn't get behind him. So what incentive would Republicans have to get behind Vance?
They don't have one. And think about Mike Pence, like who you just mentioned. Do you even hear about him anywhere, any place?
He's disappeared, right?
They
magically disappeared this guy from all politics. His career's over. He can't do anything at this point. He ran for president and, couldn't break more than 20% of the ballot at the ballot. So I don't see how J.D. Vance can win all of the battleground states. I don't see how that's possible.
I don't think he doesn't have the support. But as of right now, it's going to be difficult.
He has zero appeal. Regardless of what these people say, he has zero appeal. He's going to run into the same problem that you just said Pence ran into. He thought he was going to be the heir apparent. He stood on a principle stand and all that meant absolutely nothing in that primary. Nothing. No one. And look, he's not on the ballot. You got to run by yourself, and you got to go up against the old guard. The old guard is looking to get rid of all of this stuff once this is over. He doesn't have any type of leg to stand on in this type of situation. He's not. They're just going to be able to like, look, he's with those people. Why wouldn't they run Rubio? Rubio's their best choice. Rubio over Vance? Rubio all day.
Rubio is an actual GOP member of the GOP, not Vance. Yes. I don't like that doesn't make any sense to say that Vance is the only one who has the capabilities. Capabilities of what? I mean, he went on The View and got his hat handed to him by Whoopi Goldberg. Really? Whoopi Goldberg, out of all people, handed you your hat? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, I think his career is over, personally. I don't see where he goes after this, because he would have to secure the whole Republican Party to get behind him, and I don't see that happening. I don't see old people getting behind a younger guy just because. You know, the only reason they backed him on the ticket is because Trump's on the ticket. But like you said, MOT, once Trump's no longer on the ticket, what would be the incentives to get behind Vance?
And here's the other thing. If Trump wasn't on the ticket, it wasn't like Mike Pence was going to knock it out of the park either. Again, he didn't come in second place among all this.
He's not. Yeah.
I don't see where but you know, they're just bandwagoning right now. But I don't see the point. And I wish they would just make a prediction, just like they just did, so that we can play this back in a couple of years whenever that doesn't happen. Just how wrong that. That's where we at. So.
And when you really think about it, Vance would have to single-handedly win Ohio, win the blue wall. He would have to win Georgia. I mean, he would have to win almost every single state that Trump had flipped. And I don't think that's possible. I don't think he's going to win Arizona. I don't know where they come up with these predictions in this analysis. It's not really based on anything other than
Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, J.D. Vance by himself. Top of the ticket?
No. Who's he going to run with? Who's he going to run with?
That's what I'm
A
saying.
very difficult time. And that's the key thing right there, Mike. Who's going to balance that out? Who's going to get on there with him? That can balance that out.
Tulsi Gabbard?
Nikki Haley?
Nikki Haley's not going to take a back seat to J.D. Vance.
Oh, of course. No. She
has
more of a chance of actually winning the actual nomination more than J.D. Vance. That's why I'm shocked they didn't say Nikki Haley, because she does have a better chance at winning, even more than Vance at this point.
She made it out of Ohio. I'm not Ohio, Iowa.
Yeah.
And Marco Rubio is certainly not going to take a second fiddle to him. That's not going to happen.
No, it doesn't make any sense for them to make this sort of analysis when it's not really based on anything other than the fact that it's it's this young whippersnapper white male. That's all it is. And there's this idea that, Democrats don't have a response to him, but I would argue that Democrats have a whole bench load of people who could take J.D. Vance on. Like I just said, he could barely handle Whoopi Goldberg. Like, you really think, people are referring back to when we said, that Tim Walz versus J.D. Vance in debate, that Tim Walz would pretty much hold his own against J.D. Vance. Now, granted, Tim Walz is not a great debater to begin with. Tim Walz is more of a, he's a guy who can actually hold the conversation on his own, but not necessarily debate those points in a way that is off the cuff, so to speak. It's like that. He's good at his own thing, right? That's really why Kamala had picked him up in the first place, was because he can handle his own. As a VP, he can handle his own stuff. Very rarely do you hear, Tim Walz putting his foot in his mouth. Whereas with J.D. Vance, this is the same guy who did not trust Trump before the pandemic. So the idea that J.D. Vance is going to secure that same demographic of people that he is distancing himself from does not make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense at all, and the people inside of the MAGA don't trust him. figured he's going to get in there and move these people out and bring his people in. Of which, of course, something that he would do. But
I mean, you got to keep in mind, Brian Kemp is still a fairly young guy. He's still under 60. He could still run too, right? And it's almost guaranteed he's going to run. And then you take Glenn Youngkin. He's still a fairly young guy too, politically speaking. He's going to run. Yeah. I don't see those GOP members getting behind Vance. For what reason? I mean, they bring their own sort of stake to the table, and they don't really need Vance to secure, their states. So I don't know where they get these ideas from. But let's listen to listen a little bit more of this.
And
Vance is a lot slicker than people think he is.
Yeah, and I maintain my position. I don't think the Democrats are ready for Vance.
They probably aren't. But thing is,
no, that's not to say Trump won't fuck it up for him. But
you know what? Because I saw a good 8 to 12 years of Republican rule, and it within 3 months, Donald Trump fucked it all up. I said, I can't believe this. Just like Adam Smith was saying, everybody knew ahead of time that this war was actually going to fail. But the thing is, Netanyahu sold him on a decapitation and regime change, just like they did in Venezuela. But they don't hear me though.
Yeah, that's not your analysis. That's Adam Smith. That's not your analysis.
Whoa. That's his analysis now? No.
Plagiarism. The term is called plagiarism. He's plagiarizing somebody else's analysis and making it his own. There's no evidence to support that you came up with this before anybody else did in this discussion. There's no evidence to support this.
Not at all.
And the idea here is that, Trump is the Joker. No, he's an incompetent fucking president. That's what the fuck he is. Okay?
Worse than Sleepy Joe, falling asleep everywhere, falling down all over the place, bruises all over him. Dude's a freaking hot mess, man.
Yeah, a very incompetent president. An economy that is in worse shape than what it was when Biden had it. A conflict that he can't win. Material damage to the military industrial complex. His allies, or America's allies, are in shambles in terms of their infrastructure right now. Who knows how long it's going to take Qatar to rebuild those gas fields. Same thing for the UAE and Saudi Arabia. I just don't, Bahrain, Kuwait. This wasn't happening under Biden. Okay? This didn't happen under Biden. You can call Biden Sleepy Joe or whatever you want to call him. This didn't happen under Biden. This happened under the very person that you elected, that you voted for. So let's not pretend that he's the lesser of two evils. If he's the lesser of two evils, how's that working out for you right now?
Yeah, I don't know. They just say we're low information voters. We don't.
Oh, yeah, we are, man. We love to sit there in our lounge chair and watch paint dry.
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about. We're not. They were crying about DEI the other day. It was so painful to watch. I was like, holy, I didn't. Even though they actually had my name in their little screen, I was like, I don't feel like covering this. It's not worth my time.
Actually, you not covering it only proves our point that you don't actually cover anything that's going on within your administration that you voted for. The discussion around DEI was the fact that Trump himself is throwing people out of the federal government who happen to be black men because they're black men. But you're not covering that. You know what you're covering? Jasmine Crockett. You know what else you're covering? Letitia James. You know what else you're covering? Keisha Lance Bottoms. You know who else you're covering? Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Everything other than what the administration is doing to black people and specifically black men. So all this talk about misandry and black misandry and, emotional fatigue and, emotional labor of black men, miss me with the bullshit. We know that you have become a surrogate for white supremacy at this point. The only reason you're in the black manosphere is because you can't hang in the white manosphere. There is no place for you over there. You have nothing to offer any of these discussions. You add zero value. Outside of memes and sound bites, which is your height of your intelligence, this is the best that you're going to be able to do. So covering our content actually helps you because we're informing you on what you didn't know and what you're not covering. Nicole?
Wow. You just dropped a flamethrower on them. That was I cannot add any more to that. I would like to, but I can't. Bottom line is, what was just said and what these guys actually represent is exactly that. These are white supremacists in blackface. And they're not going to like hearing that. That's precisely what they are. And those are the positions that these shine bones support.
MOC?
But they've never had anything to offer. They can't headline any discussions. As much stuff as they talk, what do you think would happen if we would be on the panel with them, asking them simple and basic questions about politics? How many times we had to do this with AB Media, where the first thing out of his mouth was he wanted liberal stuff.
Yeah.
He lives in Indiana. Refused to move 90 miles to the west to the Illinois border, or refused to move 90 miles to the east to the Ohio border when they was doing the Affordable Care Act there. Refused to move to both of those places, purely 95% Republican ran state, but yet he's doing all this anti-democratic stuff, and he voted for the problem that he's now complaining about and pretending that he's winning.
And
no substance.
And doesn't want to admit that the people he voted for actually created these problems as well.
Yes.
His state is one of the worst performing states. Gary Chambers has covered this. We've covered this. It's been well known statistically that it's one of the worst states for a black person to live in. It's low in education.
North Mississippi. It's referred to as North Mississippi for a reason.
Yeah. Let's finish playing what these guys are talking about.
Well, we talked about DI over a year ago, about what and whys and stuff like that. Why they? I know it's getting close to election time, and that's why I come right. So whoever's paying them is telling them to ramp it up.
Yeah.
So because we're a good year, you guys were nowhere to be found.
Oh yeah. They disappeared off the map.
They disappeared off the map, man. It's a goddamn had to send out a search party for them, and now all of a sudden they popping back up talking shit.
Actually, if I remember correctly, we said you guys got to work with these white supremacists, these white nationalists, MAGA folks for the next 4 years. We said this in 2024, right on Art Newstall's panel. You have to work with these people for the next 4 years. 17-point agenda, 18-point agenda, 19-point agenda, whatever the agenda is, you have to work with these racist people, whether it's Mark Wayne Mullen, whether it's Tom Cotton, whether it's Mitch McConnell, whether it's John Kennedy in Louisiana, whether it's what's this other guy? What's the one from Florida? Rick Scott. Was it Rick Scott down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work with all these racist people. That's what you voted for. You voted for white nationalism, the lesser of two evils. If the lesser of two evils is white nationalism, you have to work with these people. You shouldn't be worried about what the Black Brain Trust is doing and MOT and whoever, because at the end of the day, you have to you aligned yourself with white nationalists. Spreading the misinformation and disinformation campaign about whether or not the Black Brain Trust is being paid. No, you're being paid. Okay, you're being paid because you accept super stickers, you accept super chats, you accept cash apps for all the misinformation you put out here. There's no reference to any sort of source material that cites any of the information that you're talking about. There's nothing there. Nicole?
Nothing at all, Mike. They're just, and once again, as I always say, they're just out there to shoot from the hip. So that's really all I see from these guys. But at the same time, when you put these guys to the test of, listen, you've got to work with these people. This is what you supported. They ignore that. I didn't necessarily vote for them. You have a few who will say that they will vote for them, but most, I'm middle of the road. I didn't pick a side, and they come in with all that craziness. But yet, they did support these guys. But at the end of the day, when you press them, it's, what did the Democrats do for you? They haven't done anything for you in the last 60 years. Same old BS talking points that have been debunked time and time again. But here they are running the same crap. But when you ask them, how come you're not working with these people you supported, they get angry, want to ignore you, and say, you're moving some goalposts or whatever. I don't know what else, but here they are controlling every house, every house and every institution in the land. And these guys want to talk about the Dems because they can't go over there and work with those guys. But yet they want to sit there and kiss their butts while they sandbag you simultaneously. Some of the sickest shit I've ever seen. That's why I call these guys white supremacists. I don't want to talk with them. I want to eliminate these guys. You got to go.
But you know what's interesting about this is that, and I'll go to MOT next. All the black male conservatives who are elected to office right now are getting no support from any of these folks, from anybody within the Trump administration. You don't see Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller and none of these guys rubbing elbows with the Byron Donalds, the John James and the Burgess Owens, Wesley Hunt. None of these guys, none of these black conservatives, these Project 21 folks, Royce White or whatever his name is, all these folks who was out there buck dancing, the actual shills who were buck dancing for Trump in 2024, none of them have a cabinet position right now. None of them are actually working or getting any endorsements from the administration. None of them are actually going to have a future after November. What are we talking about here?
But yet these guys want to run off shill all day on the Republicans, call us shills, but say nothing about what these guys are doing. Talk nothing about. Just talk about the Democrats. Mm-hmm. That's all they talk about, and don't talk about how these guys are undercutting your own people in your own community, black men in particular. But yet we're the shills. No, they're the shills. They're the Republican shills. They just don't want to, admit it or get called out for it. These are the shills. These are the shills. Let's go to MOT.
I mean, it's just at the end of the day, this is just a place for people to look political, not be political. All these people live in liberal areas in conservative states or liberal areas in blue states. I mean, the conversation's over with. If there's not going to be any representation that look like them in the next election cycle, when it comes to Congress, the conversation is over. Over. What are you talking about? Conversation is over. Just like I did, the conversation was over with BGS and the conversation over with AB Media. It's going to be over for anybody who claims to be that side and conservative the next political climate in 2026. It's over. I mean, the thing is, stick to the culture war. Stick to a noun and a verb, women. Try to look political only when you're talking about women. That's all they got. They have nothing else. So that's all they got.
I still haven't heard nothing from co-breakers, but you never know.
Who will compete with Vance? It's okay. You have to wait till after the midterms, and then you can, because that's when people start putting their bids in after midterms. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah. You don't have a good guess now.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying Newsom. We'll see.
Well, Newsom was there in 2024. He just couldn't run because of Biden. But he's already been there. They talked about AOC, but things we don't know who's going to throw their hat into the ring.
I'm not sold on
midterms, yeah.
I know she's a millennial, but I'm not sold on AOC. I'm just not.
If she was a senator, maybe. But
that's a hard sell.
Yeah, it's a hard sell for AOC. And she's mouthy. Okay.
So let me get this straight. You're convinced on J.D. Vance, but you're not convinced. You weren't convinced on Kamala Harris. You weren't convinced around Jasmine Crockett. You weren't convinced on anybody else, but you're convinced about this fucking white man from Ohio, man. The hillbilly elegy. It just don't make any fucking sense, man.
It makes sense. He
voted for RFK. He endorsed RFK.
but it makes sense when you put it in the calculus of a shine bone. Of a shine. When you put that in the shine bone calculus, then it starts to make all the sense in the world. All right.
Chris Cuomo, I thought it was Chris Cuomo running. Nigga, what in the fuck are you talking about, man? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about in all these panels, man?
And just ask them what is a qualifier. What qualifies them? Just continue to keep asking them that question. they will not be able to answer it, or the answers that you will hear will be some of the dumbest shit that you've ever heard fall out the mouth of an idiot. It's unbelievable.
The litmus test, though, that they have for presidential candidates, it has nothing to do with politics. Like he said, well, you know, if she was a member of the Senate, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Trump was never elected before he ran on the ticket. What are you talking about? What the fuck?
IBMs, man.
Damn,
if it wasn't for these ignorant black men, these people would have no level of speaking about anything. The gender war is why they're here. The gender war is what actually drive their political philosophy, even though they all live in blue areas.
That's exactly right.
That's all it is.
That's
These
exactly right.
IBM collaborators are willing to collaborate with white supremacy before they'll even work with black women. What does that tell you?
Unless it's Nina Turner. Unless it's Nina Turner, then they get behind her. Or Michelle Obama. They'll vote for Michelle Obama, South Side of Chicago, right? So you'll vote for Michelle Obama, who's never held office a day in her life and doesn't even like politics. And you'll get behind her.
And then she never will run.
Yeah.
What
were you saying, Emily?
I'm just saying, dude, at the end of the day, how do you move these people politically? It has to be something that's gender-based in order for them to talk about it. They never talked about Netanyahu because Netanyahu is not a black woman. And there's no way you can get people to listen because everything is gender war, culture warrior based. And if they can't start it off with the culture warrior and end it with politics, they can't really lead any conversation. So that's just where we are with these personnel. They destroyed the space and they want to keep it destroyed. They don't want things to work. These people ain't working toward any type of progression of any kind. These people, no. They willing to be props for white supremacy. It's fine. They oversaw the greatest removal of black conservatives from Congress. The side they currently picked. They oversaw the greatest removal of black representation in the South. This is the side they're on at this current time. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah. No, say what you want about I can tell you, Latino men are not going to I'm not going to deal with her.
Actually, that's not true. If you go back to AOC's actual YouTube page,
dude, are you crazy?
What a stupendously stupid statement to make. She interviewed all these people after the election in 2024. Why did they vote for Trump and vote for her on the same ticket? Split the ticket. Those are the same voters. What are you talking about?
Most of these people like AOC in her actual policy. The people who voted for Bernie is going to vote for her. Like, what's going on here? Dude, the level of political confusion that these people encourage on a daily basis is just what it is. They have no idea about anything about politics unless they can leverage it from the culture war and gender war perspective. They can't go anywhere and have a level of conversation. And their personal politics, where they live at, doesn't reflect what they're pushing. How can any media talk about politics when his own state don't work for black people? But you want people to support the Republicans on the national stage? What? I mean, dude, at least be like BGS and TSI Johnson. At least live in the liberal area and pretend like you're in the middle and criticize them. But by God, don't be in a Republican-ran state and try to do the same thing that they're doing. You look dumb. That's all I got.
Rubio could run against Vance. I see that, but nobody likes Rubio. That's the problem with Rubio.
Mm-hmm.
Rubio's not well liked, even amongst the Latinos. He's not well liked.
Yeah.
And Vance is.
I mean, he only wins Florida, in terms of his congressional seat and his Senate seat. I mean, he came up under Jeb Bush, but he's not well liked. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from?
No, it's just the thing. It's the same with him talking about Kathy Hochul was the Kamala Harris and we're throwing them all underneath the bus after that. I mean, these guys are just
What
these
the
guys.
fuck?
These guys are the man. It's
Kind of reminds me of
anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, now I can tell you why Rubio looked right in the election though, because I actually covered his debate with black woman Val Demings, and she literally spent the whole debate trying to mommy him. I was like, oh shit, that ain't going. I was like, oh damn, that's gonna play well in Florida.
The thing is that black women try to treat other men like they treat us. It doesn't work.
Yeah, they trying to do that to Jelly Roll now.
Yeah. What's her name?
There's a white rapper.
What was it? Congressman Keisha. Okay. What's her name?
Crockett.
She tried to do the same thing, running. Guess what happened to her?
Oh yeah.
We're running for Senate. You're trying to mommy people. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Other men don't respond the same way we do.
No, not at all.
But they have
mommy
one place.
people.
They have one
Yeah,
place.
she was trying to mommy him the whole debate. Like I'm like, okay, that's not a black man. He just looking like, are you serious?
Even Michelle Obama, she wants to, but she tamps that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tamps it down. She knows how to tamp it down.
But you would vote for her though, right? I mean, like, what's the litmus test for actually running for office at this point with these guys?
Wasting your time trying to get an answer. There is no litmus test.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there as listen to how they gauge candidates, right? Val Demings, right? Val Demings was a police officer, a top cop in Florida, and a Florida state representative. Okay, that's her background. She's been in politics. The only problem is that they had changed up those districts, and she could not win against Rubio. There was just no way to get behind it, and because the Democratic establishment did not put any money into Florida, they put all their money into Charlie Crist, and that's pretty much what happened to Val Demings' campaign, like the rest of the Democrats' campaign, and why Florida became a red state. Republicans dumped a whole boatload of cash into it, and Democrats couldn't keep up with it. That's really what happened. It had nothing to do with mommying anybody. What the fuck is mommying? What are you talking about? This is politics. It's not manosphere. Like, in the manosphere, that sounds good. Once you step outside the manosphere, that falls apart.
Would you imagine them showing up to a debate and just say, well, it's just mommying people? People look at you like, what did he just say?
Hey, listen, I remember someone saying that they liked the candidate because he had large genitals.
Big ball.
I've even heard that from these guys, man. So I don't know what to tell you.
But mommy, trying to tell black women how to do something because they think that they already think they're the smartest and the most brilliant people on the planet. They try to tell them that they're not, especially if they're educated. Oof.
Oh, good lord. They educated. Still sound like a bird brain. Good lord.
Hunter Biden is running for good luck. Okay, yeah,
Hunter Biden. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny. Well, we got enough dope heads, man. They might have a good chance.
You're right. Yeah, you got a point there. We do have enough dope heads. They might vote for him. Everybody wondered what that white substance was when the old man was in office.
Oh yeah, yep. That all of a sudden they couldn't figure out what it was or who.
Hunter Biden? I mean, is this like another the senior moment? Chris Cuomo? I didn't know it was Andrew Cuomo. I thought Chris Cuomo was running. What is going on here, man?
Oh my gosh, this is a comedy. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, you have to laugh so not to cry because of the calamity of it all, right? This sort of bleeding edge. This is what they consider to be bleeding edge. No maps, no data, no reference to any sources.
Oh, no.
Where they got
Somebody said they don't need data.
They sure did.
Oh, man.
They don't need data.
30 more seconds.
Brought it in.
Oh yeah. That's probably Hunter Biden's weed or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever other drug
that was his cocaine they brought in.
But yeah, we were
like Whitney Houston says, crack is whack.
Crack is whack. Even though I got Bobby on crack. Let me shut up.
No, Bobby was on crack before Whitney.
Oh, well.
Yeah. That's when it is. Oh, I got a pipe too.
He's in the pod, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I think Bobby's from Boston. I think she's from New Jersey, but yeah.
Oh, she's Jersey. I got to talk to Louis about that later. She a Jersey chick?
She's a Jersey girl. South Jersey. Yeah.
How do you go from talking about
Black woman?
politics?
Yeah, black woman. Yeah. Black woman.
This is what's considered to be bleeding edge in the manosphere, though.
No, it's bleeding, but I don't know what. It's bleeding, all right. But I
Not sure what edges.
but it's bleeding. There's no doubt about it. All right, man, go ahead.
Spin that shit. No, that's enough of this, man. I mean,
where all my politically ass ignorance at? Sending them super chats.
Oh, that shit. Oh.
I mean, this is what's passing as deep intellectual thought on politics.
Damn.
And we're supposed to be ducking and hiding from this? This is what we're ducking and hiding from? What is going on here, man? If this is the best that you could do, you better bring all your PhDs with you because you're going to need it. You're going to need all those PhDs because if this is the best that you have to offer, I would forfeit, okay? I would definitely forfeit.
Yeah, that's a shame what happened to her, but still.
Like, how do you go from politics to talking about Whitney Houston and shit? Like,
Black woman. What it was.
Yeah, man, black females, it leads.
That's right.
That leads, it bleeds. So there you go.
oh, man. Any closing thoughts?
It's just at the end of the day, I'm glad that these people are on the record and are brave enough to say the things that are ignorant enough that they're actually saying, because this is a political duopoly. It's either you're supporting one side or running interference for the other. There's no other reason for content other than running interference. So that's just where we're at, man.
Yeah, Mike, the interference game that they're running is it's getting pretty weak at this stage. The absolute raw dog stupidity and ignorance that's coming out of here. It's not shocking, but I certainly do expect this at this stage. I have to say I do expect this. But anyway, Mike, listen, thanks for inviting me up once again.
My closing thoughts is basically, if you think that this passes as intellectual discourse, I got $1,500 cash out for you to hop on the panel with either myself, the Going 11, or MOT, and bring those talking points up here in real time and have that discussion for the people. I bet you won't do it. $1,500 cash out right now will go to anybody who subscribes to BGS, who subscribes to T.S. Johnson, who subscribes to Ron Neal, who subscribes to Cousin T-Tar or whoever it is, Ron Wills. If you think you can debate and support BGS's points or AB Media's points on politics, please drop a message in the comment section. I got $1,500 cash app for you to hop up on the panel for 30 minutes and defend these talking points. With that being said, thank you all for joining us. Please hit the like button on the way out, share the video if possible, and hit that notification bell so you get all the updates from the Black Brain Trust.